the win.
Yeah, trying to hit a home run there, knowing you're down 9-2. That's a position Solomon's really comfortable in. As we said, he likes to go inside trip, ends up on top, and that's another 6 for Pitt. We've seen every match has been bonus points tonight. We're seeing everybody go to their back.
Logan Ferrero gets the nod at 157 for Duke against Jerry Keslar of Pitt. Keslar has lost 3 straight, enters at 11-12 on the season, and trying to turn things around here tonight.
Yeah, we talked about Pitt's schedule. He's another young guy who's faced a crop of really good wrestlers. Another guy who made the finals of the Clarion Open early in the year, actually beat Joey Blaze of Purdue, who has wins over Ed Scott of NC State and just beat Peyton Robb in Nebraska. So he's a guy who's capable for Pitt. Another underhook towards the back. Nothing yet. We're in a side headlock for Keslar.
3 points there.
3 points there.
The underhooks have been big for Pitt so far tonight.
Absolutely. They're getting right to that position, and they're attacking. They're dictating the hand fight there, either going throw by or coming back, attacking the opposite side of the body. That's a really advantageous position. It's one of the earliest positions you may learn in wrestling. And it's a very safe position, and obviously they've made it very effective. And it makes sense with Keith Gavin as their coach that they're going to be comfortable there. Keslar riding the hips. Ferrero is out.
On the board now, down 2.
Let's see if he can get something going.
90 seconds to go. Opening period.
Ferrero closing the space here. Inside tie to a collar. Keslar back to an underhook, and the Duke corner is screaming about these underhooks. And another throw by. Keslar captures the far ankle. Ferrero rolls through, and we're back to where we were before. Side headlock, Ferrero squares. Keslar runs behind, circles. We're still neutral here, and we get a restart.
Back to those underhooks for a second. It seems like for Pitt, the underhooks can lead to so many different options for their offense.
Absolutely. They're getting right to short offense. They're going feet to back with it. They're getting to leg attacks, as we saw Keslar tried to go pick there. So they've built in an entire series, and their guys are getting right to it. And it seems like they've bought in to this offensive system that's coming from their coaching staff.
Final 40 seconds.
Keslar back to an underhook. We're in an over-under position here. Hips away for both guys.
One of the things Glenn Lanham said about Ferrero here at 157 for Duke is he's just going to take better angles.
Yeah, he's been a guy who's been very straight on. Hasn't. You think about I'm going to get in trouble here with the wrestling community. We're going to talk about basketball a little bit. We talk about pace and space. He's a guy I think about with pace and space. What spacing do you want to wrestle in, and what pace are you going to wrestle in? Because it seems like in a lot of matches he's straight on and kind of between, a little far away from his shots. He's got to close space, find a way to move guys, and get to his leg attacks.
Into the first period here, a 3-1 lead for Keslar. Okay, I want to go back to pace. And to borrow the basketball term, again, you hear a lot of basketball coaches say they want to play with pace, or they want to play up-tempo. For a wrestler, how do you go about dictating the pace or the style of the match you're going to wrestle?
That's a great question, and it can really depend on stylistically of who you are. If you're an offensive buzzsaw who wants to create more of these scoring opportunities and saying, I'm going to come out on more of these, you're likely going to be kind of moving forward more. I'm going to wrestle really hard for 7 minutes. Whereas we saw a guy like Cole Matthews, maybe not tonight, but who's more of this defensive, really well-rounded guy who, if he lulls you into his kind of match and creates a 1 or 2 exchange match, can come out on top of almost anybody. So it can really be a stylistic determination. We've seen Penn State really dominate the college wrestling world, just creating a lot of these exchanges and putting more of themselves out there. We're back in this over-under position here. Keslar really likes that right side underhook. He tries to go knee pick there, doesn't get it. We get a stalemate.
1:06 to go here at the 157 weight class. Really competitive match so far. Keslar ahead by 3, and Ferrero looking for that 3-point takedown.
Yeah, Ferrero, he slowed the match down to more of where he wants to be. He's still Keslar's still getting to this underhook with ease, but Ferrero's doing a better job of clearing that, getting back to his inside tie and looking for offense. He just stepped into an overhook there. He's got head position here with this overhook. Keslar hips in, or back to this over-under. Good drag-off attempt by Ferrero. Steps into that overhook again.
Final 20 seconds to the second period.
Good
Caution
shot
warning
by
there.
Ferrero. Stall warning on Keslar. Ferrero's really gotten back into this hand fight through head position, basic positioning. Keslar goes shot, reshot by Ferrero.
Is that some momentum that Ferrero can take into the third period?
Absolutely, and you see the Duke crowd getting behind this. So Keslar goes inside tie here. We're gonna look at this, goes high crotch. Ferrero gets the hips back. Drag off gets right to a low shot, but time runs out. But that's absolutely something you could build off. Now felt this shot. You're back into this match. Ferrero goes switch. He's in good position here. Can he split the midline? We're in a crackdown position. Ferrero trying to split the middle. Keslar gets his hips back. Ferrero's got to get height here. He's got to get that ankle up off the mat and pop Keslar up. Or he's got to put pressure on that ankle joint to kind of flatten him out. We get a stalemate.
90 seconds to go in this third period. First match that is gone to a third period tonight. And that's what Glenn Lanham said about Ferraro, said he's going to be a guy that will give us a solid 7 minutes. And that's been the case so far tonight.
He's a guy who really works hard in the room and pushes his pace. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He works hard in the classroom, and he's committed. And you want to see a performance like this, and let's see if he can finish strong here. Keslar starting on top with 52 seconds of riding time. Ferrero's out. The riding time stays at 58 seconds. That's a huge escape.
4-2 the lead for Keslar.
And we're back to this over-under. Keslar takes a quick look at the clock in the corner. Ferrero with the shot. Not a great angle on that, but he comes up, he scoots to it. He's got the leg. Keslar with a crossface here. Ferrero's flattened out.
Does Ferrero have time here with 53 seconds left?
He may have to try to get a stalemate out of this position. The lock is broken, and Kessler's going to get the takedown there.
And just back-breaking there with 40 seconds left. Now a 5-point lead. And a match that will be a lot closer than maybe the final score would indicate.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what you talked about, Chris, bringing up angles, getting to angles in wrestling. Kind of a straight-on shot, didn't clear the hands well enough to get there. Kessler's able to get his hips back. Ferrero gets out. He's going to have to go big here. Stall calling Ferrero. That's always a questionable one when a guy runs an underhook off the mat. That's technically not how the rule is written, but it's often how it's officiated. Shuck by attempt for Keslar. He's looking for bonus.
Inside of 10 seconds now.
Oh,
what a move. A big 3 points.
Goes right over the top. Nice go behind by Keslar. He ends up stealing bonus points here in a match that really was closer than 11-3, I think. That was in the balance with a minute left.
Is this going to be one for Ferraro that he's really frustrated by because he was in the match so late?
Absolutely, I think. Nice kind of go behind there by Keslar. Gets some height on his hips, jumps right over Ferrero, gets him going one way as he's coming back. Nice block in the head so Ferrero can't chase. Keslar gets his takedown, gets his bonus points for the